Hey everyone, thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. So this is my cubicle today. I can't believe my life and how lucky I am. I spent so many years stuck in an office where I had no view. I'd have to stand up. My cubicle walls were about 5 feet high, I think, and I'd have to stand up and look over them and look around a corner just to get a little bit of a view out of a window. And yeah, it's my life right now. Being able to work from a location like this is pretty special. So I set up my drone and ran it for a little bit today. So I'm going to add my drone footage to today's film. And other than that, I think maybe what I'll do is I'll walk around the rec center and I'll give you a bit of a tour. Yeah, so I thought while the weather's actually turned out to be a little nicer, I would give you a quick tour of the rec site that I'm at right now. So the rec sites in British Columbia are free. There's no amenities. There's pit toilets, picnic tables, and fire pits, and that's it. But it's nice that you don't have to pay. I know when I was living on the Lower Mainland, I lived in Vancouver for a bit, and my partner and I had a little Class C motorhome, and she would have Fridays off and get it all ready, and then when I got off work on Friday, I would get home and we would just hit the road and head to a place called Alice Lake out by Squamish, and beautiful campground, but there was probably 300 campsites, and on the weekends it'd just be jam-packed with families, and it would just be non-stop noise. And I remember camping one time and somebody had stuck a sheet up in the trees, and they were live or filming or projecting a movie, and they didn't care. The whole campground had to listen to their movie. And that's just the way it was. It's just so many people. But and it was about $50 a day, I think, to stay in those campgrounds. And they have full bathrooms and they have showers, so it's nice that way. But I prefer this. I'm the only one here, and I haven't seen anybody all day. There hasn't been a single vehicle go by. That's the logging road there that just kind of goes by the campsites. So yeah, so I thought I'd do a little walk around and show you what it looks like. I don't know if you can hear, but there's actually a little creek right beside me, which is really nice. That's what I fell asleep to last night, was the sound of the creek and the rain. So I sleep pretty well out here. It's really nice. Hopefully the audio works on this. I tried my my little microphone that clips on my lapel, but this doesn't sound very well. So I'll give this a try. So yeah, so this is the little rec site. I actually met the lady that works for the forestry. She organizes, I guess, the maintenance of it, and they had some machinery in here, and we're redoing the roads and filling in the potholes and stuff. So just because I'm going to be around for the summer, I introduced myself, and she gave me the lowdown on what sites are going to be worked on and when, so I can try and kind of avoid it. But yeah, so the sites here on the left are all in the trees and beautiful, and again, right next to the creek, so the sound of the creek. It just doesn't work out for me. Unfortunately, I got my solar and my Starlink, and when I've got the tree coverage, I just can't see, or I just don't get the coverage that I need. So that's why I ended up moving to where I'm at. But yeah, and then the ones on the right here are all on the water. They're pretty nice as well. But yeah, even though these sites are free and there's nobody at them, they still do a pretty good job of trying to maintain them and keep them looking good. The rule is you can stay in these sites for 14 days and then you got to move on. I don't know how well they enforce it. I doubt they really care this time of year, but in the summertime, if you get the families here and stuff and it gets busy, they probably watch it. I think the big thing too is they just don't want people living out here. It's kind of funny because I do some exploring in some pretty remote areas. I've come across people that have got, you know, big beautiful fifth wheels and stuff, but they've got them parked out in the middle of nowhere, and they're living there. You know, they'll live there for, you know, I don't know how long, if it's just the summer or if they live there permanently, but yeah, so I think that's, you know, kind of what they want to make sure people, you know, with homeless situations and stuff, they just don't have tent cities end up popping up in these places. But there's no cell coverage. If I didn't have my Starlink, I wouldn't be able to connect with anybody, so that's probably a bit of a deterrent for people being out here as well. That's actually the spot there that when I first got here that I stayed at. I like it. You know, it's back off from the road and it's pretty private, but you know, and I thought with the, you know, I could see the sky, I thought that I would be able to get Starlink, but no, I just couldn't get a strong enough connection. Not enough to trade anyway. I think I talked in the earlier video that I'm going to put on for today. I talked a little bit about my trading when I couldn't get a Starlink. I couldn't get a good connection. I was in a trade and it kept kicking me out. And by the time I got back in, I lost a whole ton of money. So yeah, it's just not worth trying to trade when I can't get a, you know, a decent connection. But it's a nice thing about Vancouver Island. We get so much rain. The rain kind of wears you down in the wintertime, but it keeps everything so green. Like, I don't know if this video is even going to do it justice, but just the moss and the ferns, it's just beautiful. And if I actually shut up long enough and stop yapping at you, it's you can hear the wind in the trees. The wind in the trees and then the creeks, it just, yeah, it sounds pretty special. I like this spot too. It's at the very end, pretty private. Again, there's not really any bad spots here. After staying in wreck sites, you know, when I was a kid, my family, we all stayed in you know, when we went camping. This is the kind of camping we would do, is wild camping, and you know, find different wreck sites. And I kind of got away from it for a while and was doing the provincial camping. And now that I'm back doing wreck sites, I'm never going to go back to paid camping. This is so much better. And again, yeah, this spot right on the water here, it's just beautiful. It's nice when we get a little bit of sunshine too. Looks like a rope swing probably from the summer. This would be a fun place to come camping with your family as a kid. Oh, this lake is so beautiful. I don't know if this camera's going to do it justice, but that mountain in the distance is covered with fresh snow right now. So it was heavy, heavy rain all last night. And I'm guessing you know, it was raining down here, but snowing up there. It can stay up there. I definitely don't want it down here. They're calling for a little bit of snow tonight. I'm not too worried. Even if it does snow, it might drop to -2, but the weather's gonna warm right back up and it'll be rain again in the next couple of days. So whatever snow we get tonight, if I get it, it'll be gone within a couple of days. So I'm not too worried. But my van is just up ahead, but I don't think I can walk across this little creek. The water's so clear. My partner and I, when we sold our house last year, we had a couple of kayaks, and we just sold everything rather than trying to find storage for it. So I sold the kayaks, and I sure wish I'd kept one, because it'd be nice to have a kayak here. So I think in the future I might look at picking up a kayak or a canoe, just so I can get out onto that water. Man, what a beautiful day. I did some drone work earlier. It's funny, I almost lost my drone. I put it up, and I hadn't used it for a while, so I'm a little out of practice, and I ended up thinking that I was just turning the drone around to look at the scenery, and looking at my viewfinder, something looked off, and then when I looked down, I realized I've been making the drone go sideways. I made it go sideways for 600 yards and almost crashed it into the mountainside. So I definitely got to be a little more careful with that. Yeah, what a special spot. I definitely think I'll be back here. We just got so much rain in the last, seems like months now, but all the creeks are really full. Well, that's it. That was my little tour of the wreck site. Like I said, it's pretty small. You blink and you miss it, but it's a pretty special little place. I love the fact there's 2 or 3 little creeks running through it, and yeah, it's just so quiet. You know, all I can hear right now is the creek and the wind in the trees. But the closest town to here is Campbell River. And I have a friend that her parents live in Campbell River. She was my roommate 20 plus years ago, and we've stayed in touch. And I haven't seen her parents in a really long time, probably 20 years or more. And yeah, she's actually gonna bring them out. They're gonna do a little drive, probably take them an hour and a half or so to get out here. But yeah, they're gonna come on Saturday and spend the day. And her dad wants to check out my van, so yeah, I'm kind of excited to see them. They're really nice people, and I haven't seen them in a long time. So, and yeah, it'll be nice to actually have some human contact, human interaction. Again, I spend so much time by myself that I find that when I used to be such an introvert, and I hated socializing and talking to people, but because I spend so much time by myself now, that when I am around people, I just word vomit all this stuff out and end up talking their ear off. But yeah, anyway, it's I'm looking forward to seeing them. So it should be a fun day. But yeah, thank you very much for watching, and as always, I really appreciate it. If you've enjoyed this video and my other videos, and you're interested in seeing the different wreck sites and the different areas that I go to this summer, please hit like and subscribe. And wherever you're at, whatever the weather's like where you're at, enjoy your day, and I hope to see you soon. Thank you. Well, I definitely wasn't kidding about the weather. It was raining 10 minutes ago when I was filming, and it's cleared up and the sun is out again. So it's turned out to be another beautiful day. But I don't think I'm going to film anymore. I think I showed you the campground, and that should be good for now. Sorry about the audio. I bought a secondary microphone, and I just clip it to my vest, but when I did that last video, it doesn't seem like it's very clear. So next time I video, I'll test it first, and I'll try a different location, and hopefully it works better, and hopefully you can still hear. But yeah, so that was the rec site that I gave you a little tour. Well, since I got a bit of a break in the weather, I think I'm gonna go and try and go for a little walk. I might film, might not, see what I see and where I end up, but regardless, thank you very much for watching. As always, I really appreciate it. And yeah, if you want to keep watching and see where I end up this summer, please hit like and subscribe, and I'll continue on this journey and see where I end up.